Our Lady of Pompeii, Our Lady of the Rosary. This image of Our Lady is one I grew up with, seeing it in my maternal grandmother's bedroom and in the homes of most of our Italian American neighbors and relatives. And as you travel more and more in the south of Italy, you see the image of Our Lady of Pompeii being venerated many times in tiny shrines, bedecked by flowers and candles, in outdoor chapels as well as those indoors. The first time we visited Pompeii, I recognized this image immediately. She was a part of my childhood, only I never knew she was from Pompeii. I always thought she was from Sicily. Again, God does not care how He gets us where He wants us, as long as we get there. We thought we were going to Pompeii to share the ancient ruins of old Pompeii with our little grandson and daughter. Little did we expect to find a treasure and the story that went with it. Old Pompeii is in ruins, as are most signs of that proud pagan world that existed before Christ. But what we discovered was that new Pompeii is alive and flourishing, thanks to the love and devotion of one man, Blessed Bartolo Longo. The miracle of Pompeii. Seldom in history do we find a shrine in a village that owes its existence to one man and his dream. As unique as this is, rarer still is a sanctuary village with the ancient heritage of pre-Christ Pompeii. As this book is about Our Lady and the miracles that came about through her intercession, you will see how she played an integral part in guiding one man to build her shrine, a sanctuary where the needy could come with their cares and worries, and she would answer them. But before we go into the story of Our Lady of Pompeii, we must delve into the heart and soul of one man, a knight who loved his lady and wanted to do her honor. Where you find the extraordinary, you will find the Holy Spirit guiding the way. And so it was with Blessed Bartolo Longo, who was in the hands of the Spirit in his personal life, as well as the founder of one of the most famous and visited sanctuaries in the history of the Church, especially by Italians and pilgrims from all over the world. As we seek him, we find him being guided by the Holy Spirit. His biographer says of him, Bartolo Longo was guided by the Spirit as much through the desert as the rich harvest, and through the dark night as in the radiant midday light. He was conscious of this adventure and he wanted to live it to the full. But living it to the full, not even he realized how far he would go. Before the consecration of the new church in 1891, he wrote, For 15 years, we were continually astonished by the phenomenon that was occurring inside of us without clearly understanding its laws or the nature and force of its purpose. What was that secret impulse, persistent and untiring, that for so many years had driven us to build this church? Author's note. It reminds us of our Holy Family mission and the replica of the Holy House we built in Arkansas. For 11 years, we searched and searched for the right place to build our center of evangelization, and finally there it was, not of our choice, but that of God. But like with Bartolo Longo, it was not to be accomplished without blood, sweat, and tears spilling onto the pages telling our story. Bartolo Longo, from Satanist to Saint. But first, let us speak of the men through which this all came about. Bartolo Longo was born in Latiano, Brindisi, on February 10, 1841, to Dr. Bartolomeo Longo and Antonina Luparelli. His parents were well-to-do, which would enable him to receive a fine education. As they were devout Catholics, most especially his mother, he and his siblings grew up with a deep love for Mary. The rosary was implanted in Bartolo's heart as a youth, as his family prayed the rosary together every evening, meditating on the life of Jesus and Mary. From his earliest years, one could see the characteristics which would catapult him into greatness.